England develops. England's development due in part to William the Conqueror, King Henry, and the Model Parliament. Who was William the Conqueror? Originally known as William the Bastard, the Duke of Normandy was later known as Conqueror due to his achievements in England. Following the death of his father, Robert the Magnificent, William almost immediately had to defend his rights to the throne. Due to this, he may have fought and lived through more battles than any other medieval military leader. William the Conqueror claimed that Edward the Confessor had named him next in line for the English throne. However, when Edward died, William was not made king, and a man named Harold Godwinson was. William the Conqueror was not the only man to claim right to the English throne. King Harald Hardrada of Norway and King Sven Estridsson of Denmark also claimed the English crown. At the Battle of Stamford Bridge on 25th of September 1066, Harold defeated the Norwegians. Harald was killed in the fighting. After this battle, William himself launched an attack on Harold. The two armies fought on Senlac Hill, north of Hastings, on 14th of October 1066. William's forces prevailed, killing Harold, his brothers, and many of their soldiers. The result of the Battle of Hastings gave William the Conqueror control over England. Much of the land that the English lords who supported Harold held was lost and taken by William. William kept only 1/5 of the land for himself. The rest was distributed amongst 200 Norman lords who swore oaths of loyalty to William. This act unified control of the lands and laid the foundation for a centralized government in England. Henry II. When King Henry II married Eleanor of Aquitaine, he increased England's holding. This area will be known as Aquitaine. During his ruling, Henry strengthened the courts of justice by sending royal judges to every part of England once every year. During these trips, these judges collected taxes, settled lawsuits, and chastened crime. Also, Henry introduced the use of jury in English courts. In medieval England, a jury was a group of loyal people, usually 12 neighbors of the accused, who answered a royal judge's questions about the facts of a case. The use of a jury became a very popular means in settling disputes in medieval England. Over the centuries, case by case, the rulings of England's royal judges formed a unified body of law that became known as common law. The use of the common law can be seen in other English-speaking countries such as the United States of America. King John, Soft Sword, Magna Carta. King John was given the nickname Soft Sword in result to his failing military leadership. In addition to this, he had a very bad personality. He constantly alienated the church, and he always threatened to take away town charters guaranteeing self-government. In order to pay back debts of his wars, he raised the taxes to an all-time high. Because of this, his nobles revolted. To prevent the country from going into a civil war, King John agreed to sign the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta was a royal letter written in Latin dealing with various issues: the church's freedom, feudal customs, taxation, trade, and the law. In short, this charter protected rights and property against a tyrannical king. This document's importance is seen in modern-day England and the United States, as what was guaranteed in the charter are now basic legal rights in these countries. Edward I, Model Parliament. Edward I needed funds for war against the French, the Welsh, and the Scots. In order to do this, he created a tax. Edward called upon 2 wealthy citizens from every district and 2 knights from every county to serve as the legislative group. This was an example of representation for everyone. In November 1295, this group of knights, burgesses, bishops, and lords met together at Westminster to discuss the tax. This group was called Model Parliament because it would set a precedence to later kings. Parliament and Magna Carta share similarity in that they serve as a checking of the king's power so that he does not become too powerful. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to ask any questions and concerns in the comment section below. Here are the sources I used to complete the slideshow. The primary source that I used in this slideshow can be seen in the second source down, which was a photograph of the Magna Carta itself. In my opinion, the 7th source, the Norman Conquests, was the most informative and helpful out of all.